Ant-Man came out in 2015 and is a movie in the MCU that has really made this character stand out really well, especially in not just this film, but other films like Captain America Civil War, obviously Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Avengers Endgame, which will be releasing next week. And in this film, the story revolves around a man named Scott who must embrace himself as an inner hero and help his partner known as Dr. Hank Pym, and help his doctor to keep the secrets about the spectacular technology behind the Ant-Man suit. And while going against seemingly insurmountable obstacles, Scott Lang and Dr. Pym must plan and pull off a heist in order to save the world. When I first saw this movie, I didn't really have any high expectations. First off, I wasn't necessarily full on into the world of Ant-Man that much. I didn't necessarily know. I knew it was a character that was part of the Marvel comics and stuff like that, but I wasn't really into this character much. I didn't know much about the character, but after watching this movie, I was very surprised. I want to know everything about Ant-Man now. I want to know the comics. I want to know the other adventures he has, because this movie is actually that good. I was very surprised walking out of Ant-Man. This film is a blast to watch. This film really does know how to keep you entertained. That's one thing that I enjoyed about this movie. This film is really great on telling a story in so many levels and so many standards too. This film has breathtaking visuals and amazing action sequences and phenomenal acting, I'd have to say. And I was surprised to find myself in the edge of my seat a lot. And this movie really was a really fun experience. The sequences where Scott and Dr. Pym are training are some of the best sequences I've seen in the MCU, in my opinion. They just feel very fun and energetic and exciting to watch. And I found out while watching this film, I felt pumped. I felt absolutely. Paul Rudd is really good in this movie as Scott. Really great character, honestly. The character really does shine in moments of the film as he develops as an inner hero, even as a father in this film, as a father figure. Which I don't want to spoil the father elements, but they're quite touching, honestly. I really enjoyed this character, and I can't wait to see what else Rudd does. I was also really surprised by Michael Douglas's performance. Really great in this movie. He's probably the best actor in this film, honestly. And his character really does have a purpose for being a character in this film. He's not really just some kind of sidekick, technically. He is the one who made the suit for Ant-Man. Or for Scott, technically. He's the one who made the Ant-Man suit for Scott. So he can prove himself that he can become an inner hero without letting the public know about this amazing suit. And which, by the way, the special effects in this movie are incredible. And the action sequences, the sequences where he shrinks, where Scott shrinks while he's in his suit and just fighting people, it's awesome. It's really awesome to see all of that. And considering this character is called Ant-Man, I really didn't expect something like that to happen, and I should have. Like, what? It's awesome. And the costume design is incredible, honestly. Marvel is really great at making costume designs. I don't think they've failed, ever. I've never really found any Marvel costume designs to be truly horrible. Ant-Man's costume design is glorious in this film. It absolutely is so memorable. And I thought the story was really well handled. And sometimes the story did slip in some elements of the film. There were a couple of elements that were just sort of slow, I guess, which is one of my flaws that I have with this movie. Maybe some certain elements of the film were maybe a couple of script decisions, probably from some character dialogue mostly. That was just one problem I had with the film. Another issue that I had with my film, and this is my last issue, was the villain Yellow Jacket, who literally appears in the ending of the movie somewhat. The ending fight scene, sort of a weak villain. I found the concept of the villain to be very interesting, but the villain was sort of presented poorly, honestly. I found the concept around Yellow Jacket to be very interesting and sort of BA, but he was presented poorly as a villain, in my opinion, and he was just there, honestly, to fight Ant-Man. It was almost like the writer said, "Oh my gosh, we need someone to fight Ant-Man in the end of the movie. Let's just add Yellow Jacket." That's what it sort of felt like to me, because we didn't see him in other element in the rest of the movie technically. But I have to say, the costume design for Yellow Jacket surprisingly really well done as well. Like I said, the costume designs in this movie are amazing. They're magnificent. They absolutely look glorious, and they shine in the movie, and they are absolutely unforgettable costume designs. And honestly, the fight sequences were incredible, and especially the fight sequences with Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket. Even though I thought Yellow Jacket was sort of a villain that was executed poorly, I thought the action sequences that occurred in the ending of the movie, where Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket are fighting in the bedroom and stuff like that, really, really fun stuff. Yeah, easily the best thing that I can connect with for Ant-Man was the story and the action sequences. The characters were really fun, but I think the story is what got me intrigued into this movie. I didn't expect much out of the story, and I really loved the story, honestly. I thought it was really fun, and I thought it was easy to connect with. I thought the action sequences were mind-blowing, and the characters here and there are really great. There are a couple of script decisions in this movie that really do feel off-topic a little bit, mostly from character dialogue, or maybe a couple of elements in the film. And Yellow Jacket, like I said, is an interesting villain, but was used and executed poorly in this film, in my opinion. But other than that, Ant-Man was a really great time. I love this movie. I really do. I strongly suggest you guys check this out if you guys are a fan of Marvel, if you guys are a fan of action movies in general, and if you haven't seen Ant-Man, definitely check it out. Because I'll tell you this, I'll be serious, and I'll be completely honest. This movie is honestly worth your time. It is a blast. I'm going to give Ant-Man an A-. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Look forward to more MCU reviews that I'll be doing before Avengers Endgame. I wanted to try to review Captain America Civil War and Doctor Strange, maybe Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and the Iron Man movies, and possibly one of the Thor movies, but I probably won't get to all of those before Endgame, so maybe I'll get to some of them after I review Endgame, maybe. And I also want to review some of the Captain America movies, like maybe the first Avenger or Winter Soldier. But anyway, we'll have to see. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this review. You guys are the best. I love every single one of you. Look forward to more reviews that'll be coming very soon. And as always, I am MarioFan520, and I will see you next time. Peace out.